the reviewer, the review, the reviewer, the reviewer, the reviewer, the review, the reviewer, the reviewer, the reviewer.
What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of Gangsta Blac. And guess what the name of the title is? Gangsta Blac, or self-titled. All right. Y'all should know who Gangsta Blac is by now. If you check out the last review I did of his called I Am the Gangster. And I still have a couple other albums of his that I will review in the near future. All right. So this is the real deal here. Y'all know how I do. And I remember this album back in 03, 04. I believe that's when it came out. And Fly and Black was like pretty much the single for the album. I'm saying that in quotes. But anyway, I'm going to give y'all the credits who made the beats for this album. The producers were Paragon, Rizard Rod, Big Trey, DJ Squeaky, one of my personal favorite producers, Hurricane, Drum Squad, and Lil Web. All right, those are the producers. The features were Lil Game, Darkson, Playa Fly, Hustle Man Click, TB, QV, PA, and Mac E. May he rest in peace. All right, so let's go with the songs now. Here you go. Okay, yeah, they came out in 2004. All right, so the first one is called Intro. This is a pretty good intro. I wish it would have been a little bit longer. The next one is called My House. And this is a dope track from Gangsta Blac. If y'all know how Gangsta Blac raps, he keeps it gutter, keeps it, you know what I mean, simple, and he keeps it on point. All right, and this song really proves it. The sample of this hook is on point. Blac just come through with some dope verses. That beat is nice as hell, man. This is one of my personal favorite cuts off of the album. Then the next one is called Tell 'Em Where You're From. This song is pretty much a dedication to those that's repping the cities, and he gives shots out to all the states and things like that at the beginning. And if you hear it at the beginning, it sounds kind of old school like. I think he sampled it from somewhere, I don't know. This song is pretty solid. He comes through with some nice verses. The beat is pretty nice. Number 4, Came Into the Game. This song is bumping, yo. This is DJ Squeaky production. Gangsta Blac comes through with some dope verses. That beat is bumping out the frame, man. You have to peep this song out if you heard it, if you never heard it before. The next one is called Beat the Brakes. If y'all familiar with that saying, that means like just beat the crap out of you, you know what I mean? And this song right here is kind of like a get crunk, get buck song. And GB comes through with some dope verses, and that hook is crunk as hell, man. And you know, if you hear this in the club, you can pretty much know that something's about to go down. All right. The next one is called Hate Me Bad. This song is pretty straight. It's not bad. It's kind of dark like. The beat is pretty solid, and GB comes through with some solid vocals. Then the track called Beef. This features Lil Game. He comes through with a nice verse. Every time I hear Lil Game rap, man, he just come through with that I'm ready for whatever type deal, you know? And pretty much the song is called Beef, and he's pretty much saying, if you got beef, we can take it however you want to take it. Then GB coming through with some dope verses as well. Nice job on this track here. This right here, one of my personal favorites off of the album, Fly and Black. That beat is just straight up crunk, you know what I'm saying? And this features Playa Fly. And Gangsta Blac comes through with a dope ass verse. That hook is really nice. He says, see, I don't really got time for this cause you don't even wake up with me, beat. You know, that hook goes hard, man. And then Playa Fly comes through with a dope ass verse. Definitely a banger. I heard he was taking shots at an artist Maybe, I don't know. I've heard through the grapevines, but they don't say any names. So then the next one is called Crank This Beat. If y'all familiar with Gangsta Blac, he has a couple of songs called that, and pretty much this is kind of like his anthem, you know what I mean? And Gangsta Blac comes through with some nice verses, kind of like some of the same verse he spits on the other versions, and he kind of changes up a little bit. Crank this beat up, South of Memphis, South of Memphis. That's how it goes on the hook. Then the next one is called War. This features Low Gain and Dark Sin. This track goes hard, man. The name of that title, you already know they on some ready to go to war type ish. Dark Sin comes through with the hook, and he almost kind of sound like Mr. Ski from Immortal Inc. a little bit, but if you hear, you'll see what I'm talking about. Gangsta Blac comes through with a dope verse. Low Gain comes through, you know what I mean, just ready to go to war. He said, yours cocked and ready, mine's cocked and ready. That's how the hook goes. It's on point. The next one is called Go and Lay It Down, and this features Mac E. May he rest in peace. This song is pretty nice. Gangsta Blac comes through with a nice verse. Mac E comes through with a dope verse. And I heard I don't know, I think he died from a accident or something. I'm not too sure. It's sad to hear that. Hopefully I can try to cop one of his albums. I think he came out with one. Overall, this is a pretty nice song here. I'm gonna go down to South Park and South Pound, and this track goes hard, man. You can tell by that beat, you already know it's about to be crunk. Like this straight up amp, you know. GB comes through with some dope verses, and again, I say this is a bumping ass beat. Like you can't go wrong with it. Then the next one, I'm gonna go down to Talk About It. The song starts off a little slow with some singing at the beginning. After that, GB just comes through on some real deep personal issues on the song, you know the title of the track. And it's really nice and laid back, you know. Then the track called In the Club, that's number 15. This is a pretty crunk song from GB. If you're not familiar with this song, he samples the 50 Cent In the Club song. He comes through, GB, he comes through with some dope verses. That beat is bumping. That bass line is sick on there, you know what I'm saying? Then the next one is called Head Low. And this song is really nice. GB comes through with some dope verses on here. The beat is really laid back. And I like that second verse when he said, I'm like SpongeBob, I mean like SquarePants. That always gets me because it's like, yo, that means I think he was a SpongeBob SquarePants fan, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one is called Gangster Walk. This is a bumping ass track, man. He samples DJ Spanish Fly. You know when Spanish Fly says Gangsta Walk. And the beat is really nice. And GB is pretty much saying a tribute to Spanish Fly, you know, for holding it down in the M-Town for so long. Then the next one is called Who Cared? This features Low Gain. And this is a really dope track right here. Really dark too. He's pretty much talking about if I were to pass away, who would care, you know? And Low Gain comes through with some nice verse, and he does a really good job there too. Then I'm gonna go down to the end. This is pretty much an outro song. GB comes through with a nice verse, and the beat is pretty cool. And he's pretty much saying, this is the end. And then he raps on certain things. And that's pretty much it, man. That's all the songs that I reviewed for this album. To rate this out of a 10, because I had to give it a few listens, and plus this album is pretty long too, which I like, by the way. So to rate this out of a 10, I would give this a solid 8.5 to a 9, so an 8.75. Gangsta Blac shows the longevity that he's been in the game for so long. A lot of people, a lot of artists specifically, aren't as consistent as Gangsta Blac is. I mean, he tells you where he's rapping and where he's coming from. He's not on some lyrical miracle, you know, type content. He just speaks the real, you know what I mean? And that right there, I can truly respect. All right. So with that being said, if you're a Gangsta Blac fan, I would highly recommend this. Or I would even go as far as say a Memphis fan. I would definitely try to cop this. That's if you can get it, because now you see these, man, they're getting very harder and harder to find, you know what I mean? And it's not, I don't think it's on the streams either. So if you can get it, try to, look for it, or maybe you can listen to it on YouTube. So that's it. Shout out to your boy or your big brother Gangsta Blac for coming through with a dope album. Shout out to all the producers and all the features. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right, peace out, guys.